Hello, this is Midi-Chlorian Media, and I'm Corey Osborne.
And I'm Nate Padilla.
And this is our May 11th podcast. Mm-hmm. It's already May! You know?
Closer to episode 8.
Closer to the episode 8, but yet so far. You know, have we had a podcast since May the 4th?
No.
Did we skip a week? I think we might have
skipped a week.
Yeah, we just kind of, life gets busy and, stuff like that.
Did you do anything to celebrate May the 4th?
Well, I cried myself to sleep. No, I let me see. I was really busy. I've just been really into classes and stuff. And what happened was I celebrated May the 4th by wearing a Star Wars shirt and hanging out. And I watched, I watched A New Hope. That's what
I did too.
Ah, well,
nice.
that's an awesome movie. One of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites.
It's like, you almost have to watch that one because it's May the 4th and it's where it all began.
Yeah.
So, I bought a Stormtrooper helmet for May the 4th.
I saw that. It looks good.
Holy crap. I can totally understand why Stormtroopers can't shoot. You can't see anything out of that thing. You have to look at it like... I mean, you guys can't even see, but you almost have to, look down and put your eyes forward to, look through it. Because, again, shout out to my brother Zach, came over and he, was looking at it. I'm like, dude, put that on. There's no way Stormtroopers can shoot. And he puts it on for 1 second, he takes it off, he's like, yeah,
That's
no,
what
can't.
I don't understand. There's that one video of, all those Stormtroopers and Darth Vader doing Thriller or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they even... How?
See, yeah.
How?
It's actually really hard. I like it. Mm-hmm. It's really cool looking. Yeah. I should have brought it. Anyway.
But yeah, let's get to our first topic today. And, let's talk about this one, but I want you to bring it up. I want you to bring it up because I want to react to it.
Okay. So, there's a theory, and it's kind of a theory depending on... Oh, I'll just explain later. So there's a theory that Finn will be related to Lando in the next Star Wars movies coming up. What are your thoughts?
Well, you see here, Nate, every black person is related to every other black person. I am related to Dwayne Wade. I am related to Morgan Freeman. I am related to... Idris Elba. Actually, I wish I was. He's a very handsome guy. I wish he could throw some of that towards me. But turn off your phone, man. Anyways, no. Yeah, I'm related to every single black person that ever lived. Uncle Obama. Why haven't you given me my money yet? Anyways.
So you disagree with it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, needless to say, I do. It's just, I think it makes the universe smaller. You know, having everyone be related to each other.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't even think Finn was necessary. If you see concept art of Finn, he's not even black.
Yeah. I know J.J. Abrams said, they were talking about, I think it was that Celebration, he was doing a Q&A. This was back in 2015. Yeah. And they said, I think someone asked, it was an Asian person asked, and yes, it was an Asian person. I had to say that because she asked, did you think about this person being an Asian character? And J.J. Abrams said, listen, he's when we were casting, we weren't thinking Finn should be black. This person should be this. We were just casting people we thought were good. And it just so happens Finn was black.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, I mean, the thing that, and I don't know if this was true or not, also back in 2015, I think it was Target that screwed up. Mm-hmm.
I remember this.
And released...
It was Amazon.
Yeah, it was Amazon Target. Amazon released a Monopoly Star Wars, and they put Finn Calrissian on it on accident, and then it got recalled right away.
Those racist mofos. They're all hey, we're Amazon, and we're going to make sure that, Finn... He must be Lando's son. We're going to sprinkle some of our theories in there. I'm sorry. I actually love Amazon. I spend way too much money there. Shout out to Amazon, even though they're not sponsoring this podcast.
So what you're saying is you don't think Mace Windu, Lando, and Finn are all related?
Honestly, they probably all hang out on the holidays. Whatever, or Happy Day, or what is it called? Life Day. God.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen the Star Wars special?
Yes.
I actually have not watched the entire thing. I can't. It's so bad.
Yeah. Last winter, actually.
Okay.
church group party, we had a Star Wars themed Christmas party.
Okay.
And we were like, yeah, we're going to watch the holiday special. And I think, like, majority of the people had no idea what they're getting into. I knew, but, like, no one else did. And it was the worst hour and a half of my life.
Oh, gosh.
That's
funny.
If you want to treat for yourself and, like, are just completely bored, like, bored out of your mind, you should definitely give it a watch. It's very interesting.
You know, that watching crappy stuff is pretty fun. Also, plug, watch The Room.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Denny. Okay, let's see.
So
let's talk about Star Wars Underworld.
Yeah.
You know, Nate was bringing up this series to me, and I just a few minutes before we started recording, and he was talking to me, and I was like, dude, this thing doesn't exist, but apparently there's some traction to it.
Yeah.
So this is a rumor. Like, I'm just like reiterating this. We're not sure if this is a real thing, because anybody can put like whatever the heck they want on IMDb. I can put that I'm in like Star Wars Episode 9, which, by the way, Colin Trevorrow, call me. I'm an excellent actor and I'm very attractive. Anyways, so yeah, it works.
So yes, this is on IMDb. It says series premieres on Saturday, December 15th, 2018. And the plot follows the journeys of a young bounty hunter and his mentor as they transport shipment around the galaxy, encountering huge threats along the way.
Okay.
So, that's one thing. Here's the thing. This is the casting so far. We got Daniel Logan. Does that name ring a bell?
Not really. What does he look like?
It's the kid who played the young Boba Fett in Episode 2.
Okay.
So he's involved in it. He's playing Boba Fett.
Okay.
Anthony Daniels, C-3PO, is involved with this.
Okay.
And you're going to love this. Gross. You're going to love this. Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks in Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
This has to be a joke. No, this has to be.
I'm dead serious. Look at that.
I'm calling it. It's a joke.
And there's
Boba! Boba, come here, Boba!
And that's
we still want to be a bounty hunter with you, Boba!
And then there's this one picture. It looks CG. It looks very CGI-ish.
Oh, okay. I know for sure that this isn't a thing. Okay, because that's a picture from Star Wars 1313. It's a video game that got canceled when Lucasfilm got canned.
Oh,
or when LucasArts got canned. And it was supposed to be about a bounty hunter in the underworld. So I think this is just like mere rumor, or like somebody just making up stuff. But it's still cool to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a series about that would be fun.
Yeah.
I want to watch bounty hunters do cool stuff. Like,
yeah.
That's honestly what I'd like.
Yeah, it'd kind of be cool to see Boba Fett, like, you know, I'm assuming this would take place after Episode 2.
Yeah.
Sometime, at least. And his mentor, whoever. Everyone's got a mentor. Han Solo gets a mentor now.
Well, the thing is, Woody Harrelson is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like, if it was anybody else, I'd be like, really? But Woody Harrelson's cool. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that Ahmed Best was involved as Jar Jar, and I was just like,
Misa gonna blast all you fools.
Misa
gonna snipe ya. Misa gonna poop out a Lego or a worm into your window instead of shoot you in the face. That's Star Wars Episode 3 deep cut. Or Episode 2 deep cut. That's so dumb. Like, that is so dumb. Why, like, Jango Fett is a sharpshooter who can, like, could kill anybody very easily.
yeah.
But he decides to,
Like,
have another person do it, and that other person
uses, like, a snake thing.
like, weird worms to... It's just dumb.
So this would be a show you'd be interested in watching.
I would watch it. I would watch the heck out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I would watch the heck out of any Star Wars show. I love Rebels. I really enjoy it. Am I kind of glad that it's their last season? Personally, yes. I think that it's good when a story has a beginning, middle, and end, because a lot of people like to like put things all the way through, or a lot of people like to force things and elongate them, you know what I mean? If they're like hitting a stride, which is good if they hit a stride, but at the same time, if you don't have a cohesive place that you're going, where are you going? You know what I mean?
Well, also, it takes place... Rebels... I haven't watched Rebels yet because I haven't. I'm lazy. I'll admit it. But it takes place before episode 4, right?
Yep. Right before it.
So it kind of has to, like, come to some type of an end.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'll probably watch, like, Clone Wars and Rebels, like, when everyone's done talking about, like, 10 years down the road. Like, that'd be me.
Clone Wars is better, personally, in my opinion. But Rebels is good. I really like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here's a... And by the way, this episode is probably not going to be really news-heavy because nothing happened.
Right.
Like, nothing happened in the past week.
The only real news is, it's May 11th, which means it's the last day to enter for Force for Change that Star Wars does.
Yeah.
I entered it, actually.
Sounds good, dude.
Yeah.
If you can, like, bring a buddy, you're gonna bring me, right? Probably. Yeah, you're like laughing. You're like, no.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Because this person introduced me to Star Wars, I would have to take my brother Zach.
No, that's exactly okay. I was completely joshing you because no, I would definitely have to bring my dearest best friend Aaron, not Aaron Wells. Yeah. I'm not even friends with that kid, but Aaron Greenberg, good guy. Like we literally have a tradition of watching the new Star Wars movies we started a tradition watching the new Star Wars movies with our dads on opening night, and we're just I would have to take him,
like, but you come to a second though. If it makes you feel
honestly, same man.
So hopefully, I will have lunch with Mark Hamill and go to the Last Jedi premiere.
Dude, that'd be so dope.
That would be sweet. I don't even know if I could like talk to him.
Would you just be like, hi, Mark, you're Luke Skywalker and the Joker.
I'd probably like walk in and be like, do the Joker voice.
Honestly,
like wrong thing.
The thing is, I would probably do the same exact thing, but I wouldn't even. I'd be like, do the Luker voice, do the joke, do the what?
Actually, what I would want him to do is be like, okay, I want you to do the Joker voice. But I want to pull up some Donald Trump tweets.
Yes, those are perfect.
Those are so
I love
great.
it. He's like, Meryl Streep is terribly overrated. I don't even understand what you're doing. Hi, guys. Donald Trump is a part of this podcast because it's extremely subpar. I want to build a wall around this hot podcast, and I'm going to make choreos.
We're going to build a Death Star. It's going to be a huge Death Star, and the rebels will pay for it.
The rebels are gonna pay for all the Death Star because, quite frankly, I think the rebels are terrorists. Honestly, no, they kind of are though. They really think about it. They bombed. No, you know how many like people were on the Death Star that were just like cleaning.
Yeah,
you know, Bertha, the lunch lady at the on the Death Star did not deserve any of that shit, man. They did it. Like, you did not deserve any of that from Luke. Luke bombed Bertha.
Yeah.
Bertha probably had like 3 kids.
I mean, like,
seriously, what about that, Luke? Terrorist.
And they also stole the plans from them as well.
Yeah. So they say spies, but the cast of Rogue One, or the crew in Rogue One, they're terrorists. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, my point is, this is really the last day to enter for Force for Change. Mm-hmm. I entered, and even if I don't win, it's still a cool cause to donate to. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So, let's go to this question. Did Palpatine control Midi-Chlorians? Did he create life? What do you think about that, Nate? Did Palpatine go over to what's Anakin's mom's name again?
Shy.
Is it?
No, Shmi.
Shmi. I know it's something like.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it was like something dumb. I promise I don't hate Star Wars, guys. I love Star Wars. It's just I think some of the names are.
In the making of the Phantom Menace documentary, they show their first table read, and even the actress who plays her was like, "Is it Shmi or Shmai?" And like George Lucas just doesn't answer. I think it was like, "Oh, we don't know yet. Star Wars is for kids."
we don't know that. Star Wars is for kids. Shmi, shmo.
So Shmi. Anyways, what were you saying? Did Palpatine go to Shmi?
Palpatine was all like, Yo, what's up, Shmee? I'm gonna power. He's like throw force, and then she's instantly like pregnated in the force.
I really do think that's a possibility that Palpatine is like quote unquote possible father of Anakin.
Yeah,
he
like
was.
all
there's no
joking
doubt.
aside, it does. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind of does, even though I don't understand why Shmi would be the person, like why he'd go to, and there's like no thing in canon saying that he'd make a trip like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't really know. Like, it's sure. I feel like George Lucas would have made it important if it was important. You know what I mean? I think he really wanted like this kind of like Jesus Christ chosen one mentality, like, you know, like virgin birth, different things like that. I think that has a huge part of it. So I would say probably not, especially because he didn't make it important. So yeah, that's kind of my It's probably not.
But do you
I'm
think
not sure.
do you think he also had like the power just to control Midi-Chlorians like in general? Like, do you think he could have honestly like saw Anakin and just like done whatever to raise his Midi-Chlorian count up to be a Sith?
You know, ladies really do like a man with a high Midi-Chlorian count. I've
Been there.
No, but yeah. Let me see. I don't know. I think Palpatine is the most powerful Sith Lord to ever live, in my particular opinion. I think he is, because he actually did what he was meant to do. He decimated the Jedi.
Yeah.
And they stayed decimated for a little bit, and they came back for a fleeting moment with Luke, and then they got decimated again, kind of because of the world that he created initially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's almost like one generation was fine, but then Kylo Ren showed up, and then turned around and did the same exact stuff that Anakin did. So that is the lingering aspect of Palpatine. So yeah.
All right, cool. And then speaking of Palpatine, do you think there's a theory? If you haven't heard this theory yet, let me explain it. So there's a theory that I think is very true, that Palpatine actually killed Anakin's wife, Padme, so Anakin could become Darth Vader. Because basically, if you could survive what Anakin went through in Episode 3 with both your legs cut off and your arm and almost burned to death, you had a probably very low chance of surviving. But Anakin had this dream of Padme dying during birth, when she was giving birth to Luke and Leia. And I'm like losing my train of thought here. Holy crap.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking basically... Okay, I'm just going to put my thoughts on this. What it is that I think it makes a heck of a lot more sense than what was presented. So I think that it would be interesting if that was true. Like, if it was, like, explicitly true. Because why else would Anakin do anything if his wife wasn't dying?
Yeah.
And it even goes to the thing, like, did Palpatine influence him with Force streams? Did he do this?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you don't really... Okay, well, this isn't necessarily true. Because I was going to say that you don't see other Force users struggling with those kind of dreams.
Yeah.
But they do. They do. In canon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because...
But also, apparently, I haven't heard this yet, but apparently if you listen very closely in Episode 3, Anakin's heartbeat and Padme's stop at the exact same time, but then once Darth Vader's helmet goes on, his heartbeat starts up again. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's almost like Anakin actually did die for, like, a second, and then Palpatine just kind of stole the life out of Padme's life, put it in Anakin so he can be Darth Vader.
That's some deep stuff.
Yeah, that's some crazy messed up stuff.
Yeah, you know, don't doubt it. It's like, with all these theories, it's like, yeah, I like them and I understand them, and it would let things make a little more sense. But I think George Lucas left it ambiguous for a reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any Star Wars TV show, we're gonna get back on this for a little bit.
Okay.
Like, pitch your perfect Star Wars TV show to me. And then I'll pitch mine.
Okay. Holy crap. I had to think about this for us. So the first thing that came to my mind...
You better not steal mine, you little jerk.
So the first thing that came to my mind is my favorite Star Wars character of all time, and I said this before, is Darth Vader.
Yes.
I would love to see, either, I know I said like a live action movie of Darth Vader, what he did, or a TV series of like stuff he actually did.
Okay.
But here's the thing, I really just do not like animation, like how Rebels and Clone Wars are. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Even like
Yeah.
even like
I disagree, but I understand what you mean.
like
though.
even like movies like Zootopia or like Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, Secret Life of Pets is garbage. It really is.
But like movies like that don't even like appeal to me anymore. Like like one of the, like even like I saw Moana, liked it, but like I didn't love it, and like I feel like part of the reason was because it was like animation. That stuff doesn't really appeal to me anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why it's taking me forever to watch the Clone Wars as well, because it's just like it's animation. But that's what I would love to see, a really cool live action Star Wars TV show, maybe like about Darth Vader or Obi-Wan or something like that.
Cool beans.
That kind of like follows through their life and shows like what they did exactly.
Cool. That sounds cool. And yeah, like, did you see that IGN video, the like April Fool's one from a few years ago? That was the Darth Maul. They made a trailer for a Darth Maul Netflix series.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that looked pretty sick.
That looked
and
sick. Yeah,
somebody even
like
sent it to me and was like, "Corey, you're gonna love this," and I'm like, "Sorry,
even
fam."
something like that, like live action, just really cool. You know. I mean, look at the stuff they can do on The Walking Dead. If we could do that for Star Wars, even if it was on Netflix, you know.
Well, Netflix actually has like a comparable budget to AMC shows, so it's actually, I think it would actually be fine. Like, Netflix gives their shows pretty good budgets, and they look very good.
Yeah,
they're shot amazingly.
They're shot very well.
I love Netflix. I love me some Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Another place that, Netflix, if you're hiring, I will work for you. Anyway, this is like, let's like use this podcast for Corey to get a job.
Like, get Corey a job.
Just Corey did not work at Chick-fil-A anymore. Oh, whoops. Hope nobody hears that. Anyways.
So what would be your Star Wars TV show?
Okay. Jedi Academy. Because I love that. I love that video game. It's one of my favorite Star Wars games. But it wouldn't be based on the story of the video game. It would just be... I honestly like what the canon is setting up right now with the Star Wars Academy and like what happened. It's gonna be kind of dour because technically all the kids have to die.
Yeah.
But like a young Ben Solo and his friends going on adventures.
Yeah, that's
different things like that, and the darkness pulling at Kylo or pulling at Ben, and his friends like seeing what's happening, but it's going to be the sad tragedy of them not doing enough and different things like that. And then ultimately causing their death. And I think it could be a very emotional show because we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really neat show. And like, and I think like, I'm a sucker for this, but even like, I think it would be really cool to have like a good love story in it too.
Yeah.
Like maybe Kylo is in love with somebody or like something like that. And like, obviously it ends tragically, and maybe some of them even survive, but they're just like, screw it. We're done. Like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. I think that'd be a really cool show idea.
Yeah.
I would just like love to see something where...
But live action. Like, I honestly agree with you. I think we need to have live action Star Wars television for like the people like us, for adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love animation. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra are some of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah.
But I like myself a good live action show.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, man.
Yeah. Here's another thing about Star Wars and it coming into the TV show world. One thing I loved about Star Wars, or do love about Star Wars, is that it's very easy to like watch and get into. You have episodes one. As of now, we have episodes 1 through 7 and Rogue One. That's it.
Fun.
I don't want it to be like Star Trek, where there's like 3 different TV shows, different movies, and all this other stuff to it, and you don't even like, because like I was at one point was like, maybe I should give Star Trek a try, but then I was like, where do I even begin? Because I know there's like multiple TV shows, I know there's multiple movies, and I was just like, I don't know how canon works for that and what doesn't. And I just don't want Star Wars to become like, you had to watch 4, 5, and 6, then you had to watch the Clone Wars, then you had to watch Rebels, then you had to watch the prequels, then you had to, because at some point it's going to become like too much to watch. And then I feel like someone's going to be like, in my case with the Star Trek, where it's just like, I don't even know where to begin,
Yeah, I get that. Personally, if you're going to do Star Trek, start with the one with Patrick Stewart in it. That's probably the best one, to be honest. Like, I think it's better than the originals. Like, I know any Star Trek fan will probably think I'm blasphemous for saying that. But if you want to start getting into Star Trek, just watch that series. It's really good. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name right now, but whatever. But anyways, I do agree with you. Like, I feel like Disney has the opportunity to just blow up and be like the Oprah of Star Wars television. And be like, you get a show, you get a show, you get a show, y'all get shows.
And it's the same thing kind of with the spin-off films. It's just listen, like, they don't have to worry about Star Wars making money. It's been making money for 40 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine, The fact that you can buy a toy of a character from 1977 in stores today still is incredible.
Yeah, exactly. It's nuts, and it's unprecedented from any other franchise. Yeah, and it's an interesting stuff.
Yeah, and I just don't want to be, as much as I love Star Wars, and trust me, I love me some Star Wars.
Yo, you do?
I do. Like, I just don't want to become too much, where it's almost to the point of overwhelming.
Yeah, and plus, I have a hard time, like, watching television right now as it is, because I do believe it's the golden age of television. Like, there's so many good shows, but I have no time to watch all of them. Because everyone's like, you're watching this, and I'm like, I wish, but I'm watching this.
Yeah, it's same thing with, like, the Star Wars books, too. There's billions of Star Wars books out there.
Billions? I doubt it, but...
Okay, well, like, more than millions.
Yeah, probably a lot of... But, sorry.
But, like, even, like, one day I was going to, like, the comic book shop, and I was like, I'm gonna see if there's any cool, like, Star Wars, like, graphic novels. And, like, they had, like, just a huge shelf of them. I'm like... And even that was just like, I don't even know where to begin at. Like, I didn't know what to do. So, I just don't want to become that, where it's, like, someone, like, can just say, I'm gonna start from one and watch through, and then... do whatever.
I got that. I got that. Like, I understand. There's just a certain sense of oversaturation in this day and age because people are like, they're really proud of their stuff. Like, they're really proud of them having the IP, and understandably so. But we need to make sure that things come out in a, light enough thing, because you need to have some like excitement, which is why I'm very against having 2 Star Wars films a year. I want us to just have 1 Star Wars film a year. Yeah. Because I want to just get excited for December, or I want to get excited for May.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want. I don't want to... Like, I know I complain about the fact that we have to wait to watch episode 8, but it's that anticipation which is so amazing,
Yeah. I just can't wait, because I'm going to buy this. I just can't wait till, like, episode 9 is done and they release that big huge box set.
I love how I'm going to buy all of them. I'm going to buy that box set even though I have
all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That box set's going to be amazing.
And it's going to be like $100 and something
dollars,
or $200 maybe even. Yeah. It's going to be an obscene
Disney, take my money.
Yeah, Disney, like, they're scheming, and they're like, and this is what Corey's going to spend an obscene amount of money on.
And then they're going to have that one box set that includes, like, Rogue One, Han Solo, the next spin-off film, and all episodes 1 through 9. Like, I'm going to buy that, even though I don't need to. I'm still going to do it.
Another good contender, and this is kind of random, but another good contender for a Star Wars show that I would put in is Knights of the Old Republic. I think that'd be really cool.
That would be cool.
If you think about the story of Revan, are you familiar with Revan at all?
Not
or anything
really.
Like that?
No.
I just think it's really cool because, like, he starts off as a Jedi, gets seduced into the dark side, and then through some events, like, I don't want to spoil anything for you if it ever becomes some stuff, like, he goes to the light again, and it's just really interesting how, and it's not a traditional story, and it's just really cool, and I want to see it on the big screen, or I want to see it in a show, preferably a show, because I think that it would be really cool, long-running thing, him going through those phases.
Yeah.
And I just think I think he's a really interesting character, too. And I I don't know if we talked about this in the first podcast or whenever, but apparently BioWare is working on they're like rebooting the Knights of the Old Republic games.
Oh, really?
So I feel like that'd be dope. That'd be super fun. It'd be like one of those things where, like, when Zelda Breath of the Wild first came out, people would be like, "Hey, Corey, where are you?" And I'd be like, "Nowhere," and just playing that. I think it would be one of those things again. Okay, so we're going to have a podcast series that is still a part of the Midi-Chlorian media, but it's going to be a little different. It's going to be review-based. We're going to watch a Star Wars. They're not all going to drop at the same time because we don't really have time to do a Star Wars marathon and do that many episodes in one sitting. So it's all going to be contained. It's going to be episode 1 through 7. And do you want to do Rogue One as well? I know we're just on the cusp.
I mean, yeah.
We can do Rogue One.
We can do Rogue One, yeah.
But we'll do all the films, and we're gonna do a very in-depth, probably an hour long, maybe more if we have more to talk about. Review. That's what I can't talk. I can't say things. Anyways, yes. So that's what we're gonna do. So if you have anything that you specifically want to talk to us about, or you want us to talk about in the reviews, or like any aspects of things that you don't even like, just shoot some comments to us. Tweet at me, Osborne in a Cabin. It's exactly at Osborne in a Cabin. Like whatever Nate's Twitter is.
Yeah, I think it's just Padilla_Nate. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, Facebook me, do anything, whatever. Just don't show up at my house like you guys did last week. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. Nobody listens to this podcast. Except for my mom. Hi, Mom.
Well, I mean, I have 11 subscribers on this channel, so
that's good.
There's at least 11.
Well, honestly, we're gonna like look back at this when we have like 1 billion subscribers, and we're just gonna be like, "Hey, got him."
But yeah, we're gonna review all the Star Wars movie. I'm super excited for that.
I'm excited too, and I just came up with an idea. Let's have a guest every single time.
Okay, yeah.
It can be a different guest. It can be the same guest once if they want to watch Star Wars with us again. But let's have a guest every single time we watch a Star Wars movie, whether it's somebody. And I think it would be interesting to have people who aren't necessarily as well versed in Star Wars as us, and people who are just as well versed in different things like that. I think that'd be an interesting thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Especially for people who may not like a certain episode more than another one.
Exactly.
To hear their opinions on it.
Exactly, because for instance, we're possibly going to have somebody on episode 1's podcast who happens to love it. Nate and I don't really like it that much, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to just do this whole podcast thing in a nutshell. But yeah, it'd be cool. Well, that's all for today. Make sure to go like us on Facebook, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us if you hate it or like it.
And date me. I mean, what? That offer's only for women, by the way. Sorry, guys.
But thank you for tuning in, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
Midi-Chlorian Media out.